Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today, I thought that it would be kind of cool to do a 1-year account overview of my account. I'm a day one player. The 1-year anniversary is right around the corner. And so today, I'm just going to be, not in excessive detail, but going through and kind of sharing my account, how I've built it, what I've cleared, and essentially the work that I've put into Ever Crisis over the past year. I will let you guys know that I have over 500 hours on Ever Crisis on Steam, and that's with Steam dropping not quite at the release, so definitely a lot of hours in this game. So let's jump over here. I think I'll start with the Highwind. All right, so I'm going to start with the Highwind. Now, I'm going to let you guys know my Highwind is not nearly as leveled as some other people's out there. I have not had the best of luck with rare encounters. Let's go down here. Let's find clear 50 Highwind rare encounters. So I've had 31. I know a lot of people with it like double this, if not close to double this. So, it's not really my favorite thing that this is locked behind RNG. It might be if I was on the opposite end of the spectrum and getting absolute total luck out there, but that just has not been the case for me. But as of right now, my Highwind is at level 65. I don't know what that one's called. My engine is at level 30. My stabilizer 62. And my propeller is at level 60. Though I know that there's already a fair amount of players who have already basically maxed this out already. I am not quite there. Now, if we go down and we look at my collection, it's not even that great. I know when I see some of my friends share screenshots and there's just like this entire page is red, I'm just like, it just, it's tough, right? But I'm doing my best. I'm chugging along. And so these are the ones I've kind of focused. I raised the decorative weapon box to OB5 first and foremost more than anything, just because there's so many DPS checks in the game that I figured boosting weapon command ability potency can never hurt. And then some other ones, like the ones I took to OB2, are the Swordsman's Shield, physical defense, weapon command ability potency. You'll see that I basically prioritize weapon command ability potency here. So then I have the Tome of the Cetra, magic defense and weapon command ability potency. We have the Blessed Bells for healing and weapon command ability potency. Then I have the decorative gear chest for boost physical defense and magic defense at OB2. I have my HP at OB1, but this is the next thing that I'm taking. I'm taking this up to OB2. All right. And then I have at OB1, I have the Power Orb for physical attack, Magic Orb for magic attack. I have the Secret of Firearms, HP and magic attack, OB1. And then I have the Will of the Blade, boost HP, boost physical attack, also at OB1. So, for me, I prioritized weapon command ability potency, but mine is going super slow. But yeah, essentially I'm just kind of creeping through here as best I can. For those of you guys who are wondering kind of what to build, you could take, my setup here as an example for, what you were going to build in the meantime. I wish there was a way to reset these so that you could kind of reset all of them and then reallocate those overboosts in a different manner. But I guess that might not be fair for certain boss content. You could just like respec into magic attack. But I also feel like that would be kind of cool if they did something like that. So yeah, this is basically where I'm at on my collections right here and my Highwind. So after that, let's jump over. I'll show you guys my Chocobos really quick. I do have basically B rank Chocobos, 3 of each type. Essentially, that's all I've wanted to go after. So if we go to my Chocobo stable, you guys can see I have 3 rivers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mountains, and then I have 1, 2, 3 plains or valley Chocobos, which is essentially all I've wanted. And as long as the rare drop rate is high, that's essentially all I care about. So if I get a B Chocobo with a low rare drop rate, I basically just wait and then change it out for a different one. So that's been my Chocobos. Chocobo farming hasn't really done much in the game, but I hope that they add something to it so that it does more. That would be pretty cool. Now, I guess we'll jump down to guilds. I'll show you guys my guild right here. I am the leader of CB Bahamut, CB standing for Curseborn, right? I read a book series for the last decade called the Curseborn Saga, and it's really cool. High fantasy adventure, mythic fantasy. And we actually have all 13 of the guilds in our alliance have this tag CB, and then all of them are named after summons. So it's kind of cool because they're all like Curseborn summons, Curseborn Bahamut. All right, our guild is at level 40. Our guild bonuses are at level 15. Our battles at 47. Our Highwind is maxed at 10, and our Chocobos at 5. But we're kind of flying through these guys. We are very, very quick, and we ranked 8th in the first guild war and 9th in the second guild war. Dang, those freaking guild medals are looking good right there. All right, so that being said, let's jump over to weapons. Or actually, I'll show you guys my 5-star materia really quick. My materia is kind of like my Highwind. I have not really gotten that lucky. Like, my RNG in this game has not been great. So it took me a month, 30 days, guys, 30 days to get one B rank Chocobo when that came out. Like, process that for a second, all right? My friend Omega, I think he had 8 freaking B rank Chocobos by the time I had 1. All right, so my materia is okay. I have some cool ones, like this one right here is a Mana Breach with 10.4% magic attack, so that one's super cool. But I only have 4, 8, 11, and then I think I have some stragglers down here, right? 4, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think that's it. So I think I only have 14 5-star materias, but I do have a lot of 4-star materia that is really strong, as you guys can see. But other than that, like, my materia isn't crazy. My Highwind isn't crazy. It's not super decked out. I've never bought the Astro Wind. Now let's look at weapons. Weapons I feel like I've been relatively lucky with since this game began. And the way that I'm going to do this is we're just going to look at this in terms of characters one at a time. So let's go to Cloud. All right, so on Cloud, we have the Maritime Sword, Murasame, Sky Splitter, and the Stream Saber almost at OB10 here. Glavenus OB6, Zidane Sword OB5, and then we have some other stuff here. Hard Edge is at OB9, and then they start to fall off. There's a lot of event weapons here. I've basically built every event weapon to OB10 since the game started. We have Apocalypse here at OB5, Enhanced Sword here at OB4. I have my trusty Buster Sword here at OB10, and then a bunch of other weapons that I've actually gotten OB10 recently. The Mithril Sword, the Crystal Sword is not quite there yet. The Bandage Sword is not quite there yet, but yeah, these ones are kind of straggling, but that's going to be my Cloud right there. Let's go down and let's switch over to Barret. I'm just going to slowly go through everything right here. You guys can check it out. So some notable things here for Barret: Assault Gun at OB10. We have the Heavy Hauser OB9, Electro Cannon OB7. These weapons right here, I'd say, are pretty solid. The W Machine, the Solid Bazooka, having these at OB6, I think, is just a really good thing. The Micro Laser, just a single copy, is a great weapon for Barret. I have the Shark Slayer as well, single copy, also a great weapon for Barret. I would love to build up the Enemy Launcher. This one has really good R abilities on it. I just haven't had the best of luck with that one. That being said, let's jump over to Tifa. I'm sure some of you guys out there, like, you jump onto Tifa's page and it's just like OB10, 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 right? I think that my account is pretty balanced across the characters. I definitely have favorites like Cloud, Sephiroth, Zack, Tifa, Aerith, Barret, Red, so many characters. But here's my Tifa. We got the Bunny Gloves OB10, Amarant Claws OB10, Bahamut Knuckles here, Lifeguard Wraps. We have the Power Soul, which is a good sub-weapon. We have the Guide Gloves here, OB7. Feathered Gloves, OB3. Still working on that one. And then we have, like, the classics here. We have Tiger Fangs at OB6. We have, well, that one's not very leveled up. But the Leather Gloves here, I think I could probably get this up. A lot of these ones, you know, I don't really see. I have the parts right here on a lot of this stuff. And so let's see, yeah, 384. I don't really put the parts into them until I'm reusing them in combat. So I do have the Kirin Gloves here at OB1. That's unfortunate because that's basically never going to go anywhere. Sonic Striker, the Holy Flame Gloves. These I've just never gotten copies of. It just is what it is. All right, so moving on from Tifa. Actually, let's take a look at... I think it would be faster to do a few of these at a time. So we'll jump through Aerith, Red 13, and Yuffie. All right, so let's take a look at them. This is going to be more weapons to look at here, and it might be a little bit confusing, but it does look like we have, we have the leather collar here for Red 13, super good for Earth HP potency, but you can see Prism Rod, Fairy Tail, Umbrella Rod. Arctic Star. We have the Guard Stick, Mithril Rod here at OB7, the Katama Wand right here, Umbrella at OB7. This one's a super sick one right here. For red, we have the Junk Collar at OB6. We also have Platinum Collar. I have the Floral Wand at OB6, Silver Staff here at OB6, and then jumping down, we have a bunch of Yuffie stuff. I wish some of these are getting pretty close. We have the Boomerang here, OB5. We have the Wind Slash here, OB3, and the Pinwheel, OB3. But the thing is, they kind of brought out Yuffie as being this like huge imperiler, and then she kind of fell off to Red 13 later on, which, I mean, it would be nice to be able to use her more, but you really need these at OB6. So I'm just slowly waiting for them to accumulate. I have the 4-point Shuriken, Spiral Shuriken, Snowflake right here, which I've literally never used in the entire game. I have the Ivy Collar, which I would love to keep leveling up, not gonna lie. Bunch of free event weapons here, as you guys can see, and then just some stragglers down here. Nothing really of use. Probably the lower OB weapons are the ones that I use the least, and that's why, you know, I don't put them on the wish list and stuff like that. I just slowly accumulate them over time. All right, so let's jump back, take a look at Kate Sith, Vincent, and Zach. All right, and see what we got here. I am pretty curious about the new 1-year anniversary thing where you can choose one free costume from the past. That's actually really freaking cool. But here for Zach, we have Black Whiskers, I have Arc Sword, Falchion, all at OB10. I have Vincent's White Dog, OB10, Stream Guard at OB8, Ceremonial Sword Z, OB8. We got the Crystal Sword Z, Kiron. We got Twinkling Star, Cutlass right here. I do have the Zenogre Blade. I could get it to OB6. I just don't really see the use of it. I really wish that this weapon saw more love. It didn't get much content put out where you could really use physical lightning. So I'm just saving my weapon parts right now on Zach. But other than that, you know, something I'm building for Vincent, the S1976. We've got the yellow megaphone here. The flower vase is something that has great R abilities, but I just haven't really gotten that many copies of it. And we have some event weapons right here. The very old school beach parasol right there. That's a classic. And then coming down into the stuff that I basically never used. The Zweihander, which was like a free weapon given at the very beginning of Ever Crisis. We've got the Cath Palug, which I've gotten tons of frickin' dupes of. It's like this game just loved giving me the dupe of that weapon. Type 99 longsword, don't think I've ever used it. Got my brand new Kuina megaphone right here, and then some other weapons here that are base 5-star. Obviously, Kate Sith and Vincent are newer characters, and so I have a lot of base 5-star stuff for them. All right, so after that, I think we'll look at the last two in pairs of two. So we'll look at Sephiroth and Glenn. You'll see Sephiroth definitely gets more love than Glenn here. So Sephiroth has a bunch of good weapons. Edge Wings OB10, Dark Heavens OB10, Aonibi. We've got Nameless here, Glyreed. I've got Ultimatic almost at OB10, which is I can't wait to finish that one off. Protector's Blade OB8. We've got the Radiant Edge here, OB8 as well. Fantastic physical fire sub-weapon. I've got Glenn's Axe right here, the Limit Break Draw one at OB6. Kuja's Spirit Blade at OB6. We've got the Jiggy Fam. We've got the Shinra Military Sword. But yeah, I mean, I've been basically playing every single day since the game came out as a light spender, and I feel like I've done pretty good on the account so far. This one was a really fun one. Getting this one OB10 was one of my favorite ones. This is such a sick cord. This is such a sick sword, the prototype Crimson Blade. I absolutely love it. All right, we got a bunch of other stuff that's pretty close to getting OB10. The Lamppost, I didn't even realize I had OB6. That's pretty crazy. And then we got Crew Kicker, but more or less pretty solid here. Actually better on Glenn's part than I would have figured. I did pick up a Tempest here. Hopefully I'll get to use it. And then we have my 4-star Slay the Day, which would be great for the Ramu fight, but I'm just not going to drop a voucher on this. So I'm just like sticking to Cloud for that one for right now. All right, guys. And then last but not least, let's take a look at Matt and Lucia here. All right. So for Matt and Lucia, Lucia definitely doesn't have too much stuff, but we do have the Feather Scatter. I have the Black Rifle OB10, Matt Minute OB10. For Matt, some solid point outs would be Centipede, Core Defender, Orthodox Raven. Prime Number still trying to get that one up. Syringe Rapier still trying to get that one up. For Lucia, we have the SSR 1976. I got the Bald Eagle. We have the Absolute Royal for Matt here at OB6. Holiday Revolver, OB5, still slowly working on that one. I have the Foam Sword here at OB4, the SB Rapier Next G, which I've definitely used here and there, the Broadsword Axis, Bramble Spine, some free event weapons as you guys can see. This is a great one right here, the Bahamut's Rapier. I love the look of the Humus Rapier. Reminds me like of something that comes out of a Legend of Zelda game. It just looks freaking sweet. We have the Stingray right here, also a really cool looking sword. V39, and then it kind of tapers off into these weapons that I've never really used in content. I think I've used the Slick Beetle once. Other than that, I don't even think I've ever used the Killer Hornet or the Rose Musket. And then I do have a 3-star version of the Marine Shooter, but no intention of really putting that to use. So those are my weapons. If we go into solo content and we go to summon quests, you guys will see that I've basically cleared all content in the game except for the EX2 Ramu fight. Now I haven't tried since I got my Umbrella OB7. That was the thing, that was the piece of the puzzle that I felt like I was missing. But now that the Leviathan co-op has come back out, I'm going to be getting that to level 10, because if you don't have Leviathan at level 10, you basically can't kill the sparks when they drop unless you imperil them, which is like 1 times 7 foot equals huge headache. So that's exactly what I'm waiting for. But other than that, everything I've cleared. Bahamut EX2 is still my favorite of all the summon battles. This was a fantastic fight. I hope they bring back, boss battles with more and more mechanics throughout everything. The Ifrit and Bahamut one was interesting, but I would love to see more elemental variety when it comes to these summons in the game. I just think that that would be a really cool thing to see, get more elemental summons to help us with, all different kinds of content. For the battle towers, guys, I have not quite cleared everything. So let's see, I've cleared all of the 30 floor towers. All right, and then on the sealed tower of the Midgar Falls, I've cleared up to floor 95. So I still have to clear 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. I haven't even tried 96. It's just been busy. It's been crazy. I've been working on book 8 of the Curseborn Saga, and it's just been a lot of stuff going on. So I'm getting to it as I get to it. As for the stories, I'm not quite entirely caught. I think I am caught up on the full character quest. Dungeons, I've cleared every Crisis dungeon in the game with an S+ ranking. I've also done guides for every Crisis dungeon in the game with an S+ ranking. But other than that, I'm taking a look around here. I don't see too much else that I can really show. I have all characters here. Let's see here at level 80. So if we go to characters, I have all characters level 80. Not all of their sphere grades are completely filled out. As you can see, Kate Sith is 329 out of 340, but they are all relatively close. As for my summons here, I'm definitely not as far along. So for Ifrit, he's maxed, but Shiva's 155 out of 189, Diamond Dust level 8. We have Ramu, he's 96 out of 189, Judgment Bolt level 5. Bahamut's 92 out of 92. He's done. Ifrit Bahamut, also the same. And then my Leviathan is at also level 8 for the tidal wave. So I definitely still have some farming to do for that. So yeah, it's not like my account is completely fully maxed out. I've done everything. And, I was at a point in the game where I was basically clearing content almost immediately when it came out. I kind of tapered off a little bit from spending, saving a little bit more and being more meticulous about what I'm going after. And actually, I'm enjoying the game a lot more now that I'm not instantly beating content. It always gives me something to do in the game, something I can look forward to, and that's something that I've really enjoyed about that. Now, if I go over here and we check out my profile, we can check out my play log right here. So I've done 7,767 battles. That would have been cool if I had 10 more and that was 7,777. 28,000 Chocobo expeditions undertaken, almost 2,000 synthesis. I've cleared 215 towers in the battle tower. I've cleared 185 crisis dungeons with rank S or better, 669 trial of the summons cleared, all 32 criterion dungeons. Mercenaries help requests, I don't know what that is, 461. And then as you guys can see here, just some of my other stats. And then Highwind item collections performed, 5,451. My player level is 116. My max power is 454,000. My bio, we must all be tempered, just like a piece of steel that gets changed into a legendary weapon has to go through a little bit of pain and suffering. I believe the same with all of humanity. We kind of have to go through the fire a little bit in order to get something greater out of each one of us. So we all must be tempered. So yeah, that being said, I think that's going to basically conclude my little account show and tell. I didn't want to go into great detail, but I also wanted to kind of share, have something to look back on. It has been almost a year. It's going to be crazy to look at this video 1 year from now and then, you know, see how much has changed in my account since then. So as of right now, you know, the highest HP I've gotten a character I think is like 16,000, but I'm guessing 1 year from now we're going to be getting like 25,000, maybe 30,000. So it is going to be really crazy. So yeah, that being said, I just wanted to share this with you guys today. If you guys appreciated this, if you guys have any questions or concerns, whatever it is, you want to talk about your own account, you know, drop a comment. I'm always happy to hear your guys' thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video today, please don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. I will catch you guys on the next video. Hope you all have a wonderful night. Take care and peace.